Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing the chapter Weathering the Storm at Ersama. It is from the book Moments for Class 9 CBSE Board. This is a picture showing the place Ersama in the Indian map. It is a coastal town in Orissa, and in the year 1999, super cyclone hit Orissa, and it caused a lot of devastation. So this chapter talks about one such person, Prashant, and how he helped others deal with destruction of such a large scale, and what are the things that he did in order to help the people. So the chapter begins by telling us that Prashant had once visited his friend in the block headquarters of Arsama, which is a small coastal town in Orissa, and it was a place that was some 18 kilometers from his village, and it was 27th of October 1999. So by evening, a huge storm approached the town, and it was the cyclone that had approached the town, and it created a lot of devastation. Many trees were uprooted, houses were broken, animals were killed, humans were killed. Everything was a disaster. It caused a lot of destruction in the area. And the storm continued for 2 whole days. And in those 2 days, the house in which Prashant had gone to live in with his friend's house was also broken, and water had come inside the houses. It started to flood the area. The storm had started to flood the area, so all the people, they had gone on top of the house, on the rooftop, and there was a nearby coconut tree that had fallen, so the entire family survived on coconut from the nearby fallen tree. So it was 2 long days that they had survived in that situation. And after 2 days, when the rain ceased, Prashant thought of leaving for his own village. So while going, it was not at all an easy task. As you can see in the picture, the entire area was flooded. It was almost waist deep water. He had to use a stick in order to find his way so that he would not fall in any holes or traps and get drowned. So while he was wading through the waters, he could see the bloated carcasses of animals and even some human dead bodies that were floating in the water. So the situation looked very grim, and somehow with the help of his stick he could reach his family. And once he reached his family, he could see that all the members were there, safe, and so that is how he was reunited with his family. But that was not the end of the story. He could see that all his family members, along with the other survivors, had gathered in a shelter, and the condition of the shelter was not at all good. Okay, there were almost 2,500 people in a small area, so the entire place was overcrowded, was filthy. There was no food for the people, so he decided to take control of the entire situation in the shelter. Okay, although being very young, he had to step up and take charge of the situation. So the first thing he did was made groups and assign them duties. He made volunteers, a group of people who would go in search of food. He had made groups who would clean the place. He had made groups who would find woods or whatever sticks they can in order to cook the food. Okay, so he had done that. And he also made some kids, the kids that were there in the shelter, lie on the sand with utensils on their stomach. Okay, so whenever there would be some helicopters flying above for giving relief packages, they would notice the kids lying on their back with the utensils, with the plates on their stomach. They would drop some relief materials. So that is how he very smartly worked in order to help the people who were in distress. also made groups of people who would go to the local merchant and get some rice or whatever eatables they could. Although the merchant had given them stale rice, but still it was enough to feed their empty stomachs for some time. Okay, so he found various ways by which he could make the hungry people have a plateful of food. Then he organized a completely different setup to help people who lost their families. So, in this tragedy, there were many people who lost their family members. Okay, so in order to help, in order to give comfort to each other, he tried to bring those people together. He organized certain NGOs where the women would start working for food, and then he organized certain sports events where the children would go and play. So these things would keep them motivated and would keep them occupied, and it would not let them grieve the death or the loss of their family members. So these things he started to do. Also, he started to mobilize the women in the shelter to look after the orphaned kids. After a few days, the government had started to make certain plans in order to make some foster families for the children who had lost their uh, parents, both the parents. But then Prashant very strongly resisted those, and he said that instead of giving those kids to other foster families, he tried to make foster families in the shelter by letting the widowed women take care of the children whose parents had died. In that way, the widowed people also had somebody whose love and support they would have, and also the children had somebody who would take care of them. So this is how he created an entire setup whereby the orphans and the widows would both get each other's help. And it was after 6 months of devastation that Prashant had become a symbol of hope and security for all the people. And if there would be any kind of problem in the lives of the people, they would find a way to Prashant, and surely knowing that Prashant would definitely solve whatever problems they would have. Now this is going to be your assignment. These are the textbook questions. What havoc has the super cyclone wreaked in the life of the people of Orissa? So here you can write about the material devastation, the loss of cattle, the loss of homes, and also the loss of family members. So all these things were disrupted and destroyed in the lives of the people in Orissa. How has Prashant, a teenager, been able to help the people of his village? He tried different techniques in which he could motivate the people. He organized NGOs, some sporting events. He mobilized groups of people who can procure food for the people in the shelter. He mobilized a group of volunteers who would clean the area, who would take care of the dead and the wounded. So all these things were done by Prashant. How have the people of the community helped one another? What role do the women of Kalikuda play during these days? So the community did a lot of work in order to help each other. Okay, they cleaned the place, they looked after each other. The widowed women, they adopted the orphaned kids. Also the other women of Kalikuda during those days, they worked for certain programs, and that is how they could earn some livelihood, and they could take care of the other people in the community. Question number 4. Why do Prashant and other volunteers resist the plan to set up institutions for orphans and widows? Because they thought that if the widows and the orphans were given up for help by the other people, perhaps they would not get the kind of help and attention that they would deserve. So what alternative do they consider? They consider that rather than giving up the orphans for adoption to other families, why not let the widows adopt those orphans, and that is how the widows will also get a support, would have somebody to care for, and the orphans would also have somebody to look up to, and that is how both the parties would benefit. Okay, and the orphans would also get a home, and the widows will also get an opportunity to live the rest of their lives with some love and care. So this is the alternative that they considered. I hope that the video was helpful to you and that you have understood the chapter. I think you can now attempt all the questions on your own and write answers. So thank you and have a nice day ahead.